What is happening, y'all? Cowboy here, and welcome back to some Elden Ring. Now, this next series is going to be a fun one. We are going to be doing a challenge run called Use It and Lose It. So I've had a couple folks ask me to come back to the game. I was debating on doing a modded run, something like the randomizer, but a lot of that stuff, I want to let it get a little bit more development time, a little bit more time in the oven, if you will. And so I've decided to do a self-imposed challenge run. Now, the way this is going to work is obviously there are tons of weapons and spells and all sorts of stuff in Elden Ring. And so the idea behind this run is anytime I kill a named enemy, something that could be considered a boss, something, a group of enemies that would restore a flask charge, anytime I kill something like that, I need to discard the weapon or the spell that was used to get that kill. Now, I can't, cheat my way out of it. I can't, use Rivers of Blood and then get the kill with Glintstone Pebble or something. Whatever is doing the majority of damage of that fight, I'm going to have to throw out. And so the idea behind this is I'm going to need to get through the entirety of the game while continually discarding my gear, both my weapons and my spells and my Ashen Summons. It should be pretty interesting, because there's certain stuff I'm going to need to be like, well, I can't use that. I need to hang on to that to make it to the end. So we'll see how things go. I have no idea. This might be super rough. The goal is going to be, I'm not going to be skipping a ton of stuff. There might be a couple dungeons I just ignore because they're annoying, but we're going to be going out of our way to try and kill all the big guys throughout the game. Thankfully, this character, this being that all these characters came from a mule, every weapon I have is upgraded, of course. Just so I don't have to worry about respeccing, I went ahead, just leveled the guy up to 400, so we have soft caps basically across the board. 55 strength, 55 dex, 80 in intelligence and faith. I'm pretty sure that meets weapon requirements for every weapon in the game. And we'll see how this goes. We'll see how it goes. This is, of course, New Game +2, aka Journey 3, so enemies should have a pretty high amount of health as well as damage. Gotta get my daggers out of the way while I'm on these easy enemies, When I get new weapons, that doesn't matter. I cannot use those, so I'm only going to be pulling into the stuff that I have that is already upgraded. So as such, we go. And goodbye, great knife. That got our first kill, and as such, it is now gone. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. I think early on it's going to be fine, but I think as we get towards the end of things, it's going to start to get rough. I'm going to have a certain weapon in mind to use against Millennia, a certain weapon in mind to use against Elden Beast. I'm gonna have to ration certain weapons or Ashen Summons for specific encounters, so we'll see. What do I have on me that I could... This guy... the Soldier of Godrick's technically a boss, but I'm not throwing out any of these weapons. I'll go get... I gotta pull out all weapons. I should have pulled all my weapons out before I came here. Every weapon in the game. This is the beauty of PCs. You can get everything to max. That's a lot of enemies. I think when we consider... That's why I also added in, if I kill a group of enemies and it restores a flask, we're constituting that as a loss of weapon, because there's definitely more weapons than there are bosses in the game. But there's not so many that I could be like, okay, every single enemy I gotta throw out my weapon. Also, I feel like if I was doing it with every single enemy, I think that would start to get tedious, oh, there's an enemy. I haven't decided what to do with the staves yet. think it would make more sense to you know, cast out a staff, cast out the spell itself versus the staff. Just go through everything. I can always toss out the extras. The other great thing about this run is you're going to get to see everything in the game used to some capacity. I'll finish doing that later. I got enough. Alright, let's see. So for this guy, I think we just go the regular old dagger here. I have parry on. I think there's actually a tutorial down here where they replenish flasks. Be careful about how many of these guys I'm killing. Not losing a weapon this early to scrubbery. Gonna get through that with the dagger. Probably change up my fashion a couple times as we proceed through. Oh god. Is that actually considered an ultra? No, it should just be a regular greatsword. Oh well. Bye, dagger. Imagine if I was just rushing, just jumped, and then ended up going right back down into the hole. Think I have enough keys? Now this is more of an actual boss. Thankfully, I don't need to worry about items, so in a sense, this is almost just like a boss rush. What did I fight? Against the... Oh no, that's right, it's a, the beast. It's a sea beast. I gotta go lower. Yeah, it's this one, and then I jump off, and I go down here and I drop. To see, I still remember the flow. don't think it'll have caught up, but half expecting the chariot to suddenly come rolling down on me. Okay. Alright, sea beasts, let's do Alan. Pull that out. In the case of dual wielding, I'd have to throw out the primary weapon. That's actually really cool. I don't know if I've ever seen that attack before. Okay, that takes out both the ornamental swords. The one I just got. It might make more sense to start just like making a checklist and, you know, doing like a mass purge, like after 5 enemies or something, and just purge away those weapons. There's also a couple I probably want to put aside to save for key bosses. But I'll figure that out later. Next up we have man on horse. For man on horse, I feel like a thing with reach is gonna be good. Twist great axe. Large club maybe. Need something big. What do you get? Barbaric roar? Yeah, I can probably work that. Also got peak fashion for this series. Oh, actually, before we swap up. You know, why not? Let's go.
Of heart, a more physical vessel in order. Maidens.
Alright, so we'll have to throw out the bouquet, and then let me grab my large club. Where'd that large club go? I'm just not gonna pick up loot where I can, because I don't need it. I've actually backed up my entire save, and when this run's done, I'll likely just reboot it back to the original, so I don't have a save with a bunch of weapons missing. Mistime that roll. Right, large club is gone. And we are just burning through weapons left and right. Let's do... Oh, let me get rid of the bouquet, the large club, the extra one that just came in. Drop all those. Buy large club. You accomplished... Oop, not you. Large club is gone. The bouquet is gone. And the extra golden halberd. What's that? Might just use the other golden halberd next. Let's see. Should we go? Yeah, you know, why not? Let's do it. Get rid of it. Get it out. Oh no, I mean I'm early on. I should be using easy stuff. Let's do like Cestus. Just pick up some stuff that I'll burn through a bunch of. Clinging bone is pretty terrible. And what else? Maybe a longbow. Use up all those. Let's go get the... let's go hit this up. The coastal cave. We'll get that done. Let's do fire and spirit flame. I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to like seek out every single dungeon just because I think that might get tedious. I don't know. I gotta figure out what a good approach would be. I definitely feel like if the... I mean, I want to do enough content that I'm strapped for weapons, constantly running out. But at the same time, doing every single dungeon on the map would definitely get a little tedious, I think. I mean, then again, that's all assuming that y'all think the series is a good idea. No. I'll have to... What I'm probably going to do is, like, record 3 episodes and see what people think before I continue. If people really want, I could do, like, a randomizer run. Usually with mods, like, at least from my experience of playing modded Souls games, I find that they are usually the best, like, 6 months to a year after they first come out. Like, a really good example is Cinders, you know? Cinders was fantastic, but we took the time to wait until it had, like, gotten comfortably through development. I think we played, what was it? We did the series on, like, 1.64, which is pretty far up there in terms of the versioning. Same with Convergence. We played Convergence pretty late in its life cycle, and we had an absolute blast, because the majority of the content was there. But I don't know. I haven't looked too much into it. Maybe the randomizer mods are like really fleshed out and basically done at this point. I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think I have enough damage with this. No, I'm gonna need some AoE. What do I have? What do I have? Oh god, I don't want to use Flame of Frenzy up already. I need something big. I need something big, 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 big. Or no, wait. You. You could work here. You could work here. Kind of a little bit early to be throwing away a boss weapon, but... I need a way to kill out all these little shits. Damn, Giant's Red Braid is off the table. So that was that quick swap there that basically saved me. I wasn't gonna... I don't think I would have had enough damage to take that down with the bow. Like all the hopping and jumping that I was doing, I wasn't gonna knock that out. I don't need to go to the Dragon Island, so we can just warp out from here. Alright, so kind of knocked out all of this. It's like a pretty comfy start. Let's do, oh no, do we go through the, yeah, let's go through the Stormfoot Catacombs too, just so like that section of the map is completed. And that is, yeah, we'll get rid of the Clinging Bone. Clinging Bone sucks. I want that, I want to use that now while I can, because we all know that it ain't coming out once we get up to, like, hard dungeons near the end. Do I have to? No, I still have you. The hard thing is going to be deciding when I'm comfortable pulling out Ashen Summons, because, you know, like, there's a limited number of Ashen Summons in the game. And using those too soon means GG, you don't have them later. I mean, I already have a couple plans. Like, I think for, that's right, there's Groveside Cave. I forgot about this one. Ugh. Where's that bow at? Yeah, we'll use up the bow on this guy. Be an easy matchup. I'm thinking I'll probably save the Mimic for Elden Beast. And then on Millennia, I'll probably need to use Tish. Leave me alone, Beast Man. It's funny to think that this is just a basic enemy in a later zone, but the one that happened to leave that zone and enter the cave is now a boss. I didn't think what to do with Ashes of War. I mean, for the most part, it's like I'm not really using them. I think this, no, what was I using? Yeah, longbow. Go with Mighty Shot. I'm not really using the ashes, so I don't know. I think like if I equip a specific ash for a fight, would I lose both that ash and that weapon? Or if I primarily do damage through the ash, would I just lose that? Like, for example, I take Great Sword and I just put Lion's Claw and spam Lion's Claw. Would I lose both the Great Sword and the Lion's Claw, or just the Lion's Claw? These are the questions we must ask ourselves. Go to the Grove side. Not the Grove side, but the, area over there. I think this is the cat. If I remember. The annoying cat. See, one thing I do like about this run idea is, like, right now, I'm not really feeling it. You know, obviously, we're just here in Limgrave. But as we progressively get further, I'm gonna have to start getting a lot more selective in what I'm using, I think. I'm gonna have to plan out matchups. I'm gonna have to make sure that, you know, I'm not getting overzealous in certain categories of weapons too early. And on top of that, I mean, out of all the different play styles I could do, this will undoubtedly see the highest variety. Like, I think this will probably have more variety than a randomizer run, you know, just because I already have all the weapons, and I'm gonna have to use all the weapons and all the weapon types to actually get through this. Greatest fear is we eventually get to a point where the only thing I have left to use are consumables. Yeah, it's the cat. I don't remember what's in that flask. It's lightning damage and health restored on death. Our watchdog is dead. And goodbye, clinging fists. Alright, well, let's hop back over to here. This seems like a good spot to wrap things up for part 1. So the game plan, at least for now, I'm gonna get like 3 episodes recorded of this. That should give me a little bit of lead time to start getting feedback on, you know, what y'all think I should change, what your thoughts are, and if we want to do this versus a mod run. But yeah, so let me know. If y'all think this is a good idea, we'll continue it. If you'd rather I do like a randomizer or some type of mod run, we can certainly do that. But let me know what y'all think, and I'll see y'all then.